Track of your goals, division standings, and information on your weekly opponent, including their top. This player's development trait is hidden. Put him in your... This is the player card. Here you can see your strengths, choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner. The Home tab is your franchise dashboard. Keep track of your... This is the player card. Here you can see your strengths, choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner. The Home tab is your franchise dashboard. Keep track of your goals. This is the player card. Here you can see your strengths. This is the development trait. This player has a zone ability. This is easily see, here are some recommendations to get you started. Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards. Welcome to Weekly Strat. This is how you access the new player health screen. The new player set up practice reps for each position as the This is your team. Choose focus players each week who will earn. Welcome to your franchise staff. Here you find the staff points when you have to see what some talent trees make you select a path to follow. Coming up, Joe Burrow makes his long-awaited return after his promising rookie season was cut short. The Vikings and Bengals kick off their 2021 season right here on EA Sports.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cincinnati Bengals. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Time to see this Bengals offense here as they get set for their first drive. And under center, of course, is the #1 pick in the 2020 draft, now in year #2, Joe Burrow.
And what a rookie season he had indeed. A knee injury knocked him out in Week 11 at Washington. And while the Bengals only won 2 of his 10 starts, I think everyone around the league and anyone who watched the NFL came away impressed. 13 touchdowns, just 5 interceptions, nearly 270 yards a game passing, the 3rd most by a rookie in NFL history.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Joe Burrow in year #2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what do you try to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally, you want to take that away from the quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance to maneuver around the pocket, sometimes get out of it, big plays result. I want him throwing the ball on time and then tackling the receivers so there's no extra yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals! Tyler Boyd, 27 yards. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real nap of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and 4th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And what really attracts people to him? A passionate leader, controls the huddle really well, controls the locker room, and also throws with anticipation and accuracy, especially evident when he throws the deep ball.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw is Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion...
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means they're going to find someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick 6 last time out. On second and a couple, Cousins. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe it's to run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Mixon again. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out comes Minnesota. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A first down throw for Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Mixon with a first down and more. And finally down at the 32-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Nothing, our score after 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. First down. Here's Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. Breaks through the contact. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. Mixon with a first down carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating.
Touchdown, Bengals! C.J. Uzomah from 6 yards away. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Cousins gives way to Cook. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, Cousins. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. D.D. Westbrook, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Time for Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense to take over now. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent It's really hard to narrow that gap, and the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Adam Thielen and the rest of the Vikings offense, they get set for their next possession. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon there to make the grab. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
This one taken just inside the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Come on! Thielen. He gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit.
And a pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he's got this to Jefferson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you. It's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on off.
This player's development trait is hidden. Put him in your line. Up next, we'll see Kyler Murray staring down a man he's faced many a time in practice. Patrick Peterson returns to the place he called home for 10 seasons. It's the Vikings and Cardinals, and it's next.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Murray. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Murray. Finds his running back, James Conner. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. First carry for James Conner. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Give to Cook out of the gun. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action. Cousins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook.
His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have taken a 1st quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Going deep for Hopkins. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Handoff comes to Cook. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he fires one, but incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. These two teams all tied after one. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Murray now. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Peterson. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Shotgun now from Murray. He'll dump this one off to Connor. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. We'll check on his status when we get back.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Finding room inside the 40 and down to the 28-yard line.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Murray giving to Connor on the option.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins.
And the Cardinals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
To throw, it's Murray. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Sack, baby!
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. From the gun, Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor.
And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short.
What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Prater's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. A big play there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete here.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you.
Touchdown, Cardinals! DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down.
And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They're going for Jefferson downfield.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Joseph's got it.
And that will do it for this first half. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
70 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here, complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Play fake. Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And a trio of touchdowns. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On 2nd and 2, Murray. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Murray to the veteran Green for the Cardinal first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Murray now to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down and 3. Murray going to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's Murray. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st down grab there by Christian Kirk, now in his 4th season with the Arizona Cardinals, and they would like to get the ball to him a little bit more. Just 48 catches last year. Typically, when he catches it, it results in big plays.
Green brings it in. Touchdown! A.J. Green. Touchdown. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now up to 14. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Touchdown, Cardinals! A.J. Green with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A give. This is Cook. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. I want to take that course.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They're going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been...
To throw is Murray. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down. Says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Cardinals, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Here's all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Scout this player and unlock his best skill. Each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. Unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if you just found a diamond in the rough.